Hi, and welcome once again to another episode of my lecture series in differential equations. Before I go on discussing the topic, I would like to give a shout out and express my heartfelt thanks to all my students, viewers, and subscribers. Thank you so much sa inyo kasi in a span of just 6 months since I started doing my lecture vids here in YouTube, my account is now a YouTube partner, which means I am now eligible for monetizing my YouTube account. And so finally, after all the efforts in creating educational contents here in YouTube, I can now harvest the fruits of my hard work. So please, just continue to support my videos and my channel and my advocacy for free online learning. So special thanks sa mga students ko ngayong semester sa differential equations, no? Ang mga ECE students and instrumentation and control engineering students from Batangas State University kasi sila yung karamihan sa audience ko this semester. So thank you guys sa inyo and I hope that you do well in your academics. And at the end of this sem, karamihan sa inyo makapasa sa subject na ito. Okay? So now let's proceed to the topic. In this episode, I will discuss another application of first-order equations which would enable us to predict the temperature of objects or bodies. And to do this, we will formulate a differential equation from a known physical law called Newton's law of cooling and then obtain its solution. So, if you're ready, simulan na natin. To illustrate Newton's law of cooling, let us consider this hot coffee, no? Na bagay sa malamig na panahon ngayon, no? Parang pag-ibig mong nilalamig. Charot! Now consider this coffee na mainit. No? So, eventually habang tumatagal itong kape na ito, alam natin, lumalamig siya. No? Kasi yung temperature ng hangin sa kanyang paligid ay lower than its actual temperature. So, eventually, lalamig siya ng lalamig. No? And what if gusto nating malaman yung temperature ng object na ito, specifically nung coffee, after for example, several minutes or after 2.5 hours, no? Kung saan yung kape malamig na yan kasing lamig niya na siguro by that time yung temperature ng hangin sa kanyang paligid. Okay? However, it's not possible na yung temperature ng object na ito ay maging mas malamig pa or mababa pa kumpara dun sa temperature ng kanyang surroundings. And because the temperature of this object gets lower with time, siya ay lumalamig, yung law ay tinawag na Newton's law of cooling. However, this law is also applicable for objects which get hotter habang tumatagal, no? Habang tumatagal, kapag ang isang bagay mas umiinit siya, nagiging hot, no? Parang yung crush ko, nagiging hot with time. Charot! Applicable din itong law na ito na-formulate ni Sir Isaac Newton noong early 1700s. To formally state Newton's law of cooling, consider once again this mug of coffee na ang temperature at any given time ay T. Okay? So this T is the temperature of this coffee at any given time. And the temperature of the surrounding air, or simply the surrounding, we will represent it as Ts. So this is the ambient temperature, the temperature of the surroundings. Now, what does Newton's law of cooling tell us? It tells us that the rate of temperature change of a body is directly proportional to the difference in temperatures between the body and its temperature. Ano ang ibig sabihin ng statement na ito? No, simple lang 'yan. Ang bilis ng pagbabago ng temperatura saan daw proportional doon sa temperature difference noong body or noong object at ng kanyang surroundings. So alam natin na yung temperature ng mug na ito na may lamang mainit na kape habang tumatagal nagbabago. Specifically, bumababa ang kanyang temperatura. Now, gaano kabilis bumaba or magbago in general ang kanyang temperature? Yun daw ay proportional sa temperature difference ng object at saka ng kanyang surroundings. Now, if the initial temperature of the body or the object, TO, is greater than TS. So that means initially mas mainit yung object kumpara sa kanyang surroundings, then the object cools down. Once again, kaya nga siya tinawag na Newton's law of cooling. Diba? So ngayon, from this physical law, we can formulate a differential equation. No? Yung daw rate of change ng pagbabago ng temperature, di ba yun ay dT over dt. Yun daw ay proportional saan? Sa temperature difference ng object at saka ng kanyang surroundings. So ito yung temperature ng object at any given time minus yung temperature ng kanyang surroundings. So ito yung relationship na nakuha natin mula doon sa statement ng Newton's law of cooling na pwede nating i-transform into a differential equation by creating an equation out of this relationship. So kapag ginawa ko yung equation, I will have to introduce a proportionality constant K, and because the object's temperature gets lower with time, because it cools down, naglagay lang tayo dito ng negative sign. Again, this negative sign indicates that the temperature of this object gets lower with time. So this is now the initial value problem that represents the situation. Here, our condition is the initial temperature of the object, T of 0, which is equal to T naught or T sub O. And now, since we have a differential equation, which is actually linear, pwede na natin itong isolve. Pero hindi na natin ito kailangang isolve gamit yung method of Folde. Why? Because this equation is also separable. So if you notice, here, the variable is capital letter T. This is the dependent variable. So the solution of this differential equation is T as a function of time. No? The temperature, capital letter T, as a function of time. And since this is a separable differential equation, I can just separate the variables and rewrite it. So magiging dt over etong T minus Ts, ilagay ko lang sa kanyang denominator, T minus Ts equals, I just copy negative K and multiply it by dt. So now I have an equation which I can integrate. Okay? So if I integrate this, I will get ln of T minus Ts equals negative Kt plus C. And since our goal is to solve for the value of the temperature T at any given time, I will solve for T by raising both sides of this equation to E, and that would give me T minus Ts equals E raised to negative Kt plus C. So, this is the solution. But we can actually solve for T here, no? So, to solve for T, itong negative Ts, ililipat ko lang sa kabilang side. So here, T will be equal to E raised to negative Kt plus C and then plus Ts. Okay. So this part, I can write this as, kagaya ng dati nating ginagawa, no? A capital letter C, an arbitrary constant, multiplied by E raised to negative Kt and then plus Ts. Here, we notice that this term is a decaying exponential, which tells us that, so kung ito ilalagay ko sa kabila, yung temperature difference pala ay nagde-decay exponentially. Now, this is the general solution of the differential equation na meron tayo kanina. But we have an initial condition that T of 0 is equal to T naught. And we can impose this initial condition to obtain a particular solution. So, by imposing the initial condition that when T is equal to 0, the value of T is equal to TO. Okay, so that will be T naught or TO is equal to C times E raised to negative K times 0 plus Ts. Okay, so here, obviously, the value of C is equal to T naught minus Ts or TO minus Ts. So here we can now substitute the value of C in this general solution to obtain the particular solution of the initial value problem. So now the temperature of the object at any given time is given by this equation. So that will be T naught minus Ts times e to the negative kT plus Ts. Ayan. Okay? So if you want to know the temperature of the object at any given time, no? Ilagay mo lang yung time na yon dito, no? At makukompute mo na yung temperature niya. Provided that you know the initial temperature of the object which should be given in the problem, including the ambient temperature or the temperature of the surroundings. Okay? So once again, the solution of the differential equation which we obtained from Newton's law of cooling is this. And this solution would enable us to determine the temperature of an object, no? Provided that its initial temperature is given, including the temperature of the surrounding. So, tandaan po natin yung equation, ha? The temperature T is equal to this difference, TO minus TS times E raised to negative KT plus TS. And in addition, although this is called Newton's law of cooling, applicable din ito sa mga bagay na umiinit. If the object gets warmer with time, then ito'y mawawala lang, no? The negative sign here will just disappear because yung temperature ng object ay nag-i-increase habang tumatagal, no? It gets warmer with time. O ngayon, para ma-demonstrate ko sa inyo kung paano gamitin ang formula na ito, let us solve some sample problems. Problem number 1. John Paul, who is a close friend of mine, stayed at Starbucks. O, diba? Nag-date daw kami. And ordered a cup of caramel macchiato. No? When the coffee was served at around 8:15, its temperature is 75 degrees. Okay, so guys, ni-research ko pa yan. Kapag nagsiserve ng kape sa Starbucks, mayroong range of temperature yung kape na sinaserve doon, no? And this temperature is within that range, no? So this is a realistic temperature, no? 75 degrees Celsius. Now, the temperature inside the Starbucks coffee shop is 18 degrees kasi nga fully air-conditioned yun, no? At around 8:30 daw, ang temperature ng kape ay nag-drop ng 15 degrees. So, from 75 degrees, it's now minus 15, so 60. So, ano ang temperature ng coffee at exactly 8:40? Diba? So, let us first represent the given quantities. So, here, 75 degrees is our initial temperature. Sulat natin yan as T naught. So, 75 na lang. Hindi ko na ilalagay in degrees Celsius. Numerical value na lang, no? And then, this 18 degrees is the temperature of the surroundings. So, Ts is 18. Now, at around 8:30, which is 15 minutes after 8:15, the temperature of the coffee dropped by 15 degrees. So, that is the temperature after 15 degrees. Nag-drop ng 15 degrees Celsius din ang temperatura. So, 75 minus 15 is 60. Ano daw ang temperatura ng kape at exactly 8:40? So, itong 8:40 na ito, how many minutes yan after 8:15? So, that's 25 minutes. So, yun ngayon yung hinahanap. After 25 minutes, what is the temperature of the coffee? Ito kaya ay pwede nang inumin? Mapasok kaya si JP pag ininom niya yan at that particular temperature? So, malalaman natin. If we recall, the solution of the differential equation that we obtained from Newton's law of cooling, that is, ano nga yun? Sulat natin dito, T is equal to the difference, TO minus TS, E raised to negative K, T plus TS. And we know the value of TO and TS, that is 75 and 18 respectively. So kapag pinag-minus natin yan, 75 minus 18, that will give us 57. So we can write the solution here, that's 57 E raised to negative KT plus 18 degrees. So here, we have an equation for finding the temperature at any given time T, no? However, we do not know yet the value of K. And for us to get the value of K, pwede natin gamitin ang given na ito. Na after 15 minutes, yung temperature ay 60 degrees para makuha natin yung value ng K. Ano? So, kapag itong T na ito, ginawa kong 60. At itong time ay pinalitan ko ng 15. Yung k makukuha na natin yan. 'Di ba? So, sulat natin dito, no? So, we have here 60 is equal to 57 e raised to negative k times 15 plus 18. So, here, we will solve for k. So, 60 minus 18 is 42. So, we have 42 equals 57 e raised to negative 15k. So, para ma-solve natin yung k, itong 42, i-divide ko lang ng 57 and then after that, kukunan ko siya ng ln. And i-divide ko ng negative 15. Okay? So, that is how you get the value of k. So, that's ln of 42 over 57 divided by negative 15. Okay? So, pwede rin naman i-shift solve mo yan kung marunong ka. So, later, tuturuan ko kayo kung paano mag-shift solve. Okay? So, dahil hindi natin carry ng mental math yan, gamit tayo ng calculator. So, fraction sign, ln of, fraction sign ulit, 42 divided by 57, and then parentheses. Sa baba, lagay natin negative 15 and then equal sign. So, we now obtain the value of k which is 0.0203. Okay, or 04 kung ira-round ko. 0204 kung ira-round natin, no? 0.0204. Okay, so para hindi natin yan mayat-maya isinusulat na baka posibleng pagkamalian pa natin, isave natin yung value na yan sa letter A. So itong value na to, nakastore na yan sa A, so pwede na natin yung i-AC. So now, since we already know the value of K, makukompute na natin ang temperature after 25 minutes. So paano yon? T is equal to, eto, 57 times E raised to negative K na nakastore sa CalQ times 25 plus 18. Yan. So, pag kinumpute natin yan, once again sa calculator, 57 E raised to negative 25, inuna ko lang to, times yung K na nakastore sa A. Ayan. Plus 18 equals, may nakuha tayong 52.26 degrees. Ayan. So, the temperature after 25 minutes is 52.26 degree Celsius. Mainit pa kaya yan? Yan kaya ay pag tinikman mo, mapapaso ka? Hindi natin alam. Depende yan sa sensitivity ng dila mo. Pero kapag manhid na yan, kagaya ng puso mo, hindi na yan masasaktan. Now, para safe ka ngayon at hindi ka na talaga mapasok, no? Sabi ni JT, gusto niya daw safe yung dila niya at hindi siya mapasok, yung mga 45 degrees carry na niya, no? Kung gusto niyang inumin ng kape, kapag ang temperature niya ay 45 degrees, no? Anong oras daw ito mangyayari? So this time, hahanapin natin ay time, no? Given yung temperature. So itong T dito, palitan ko lang ngayon ng 45 at this time ang hahanapin ko ay time. So that will be 45 is equal to 57 E raised to negative K na alam natin ang value times yung T na hahanapin natin plus 18. O, diba? So kanina, mano-mano natin yung kinuha, no? So this time tuturuan ko kayo mag-shift solve, no? Pero sa exam, of course, hindi pwede yan, no? Kapag written ang solution at kailangan ng complete solution, dapat ipakita mo yung detalye nun. Pero tuturuan ko pa rin kayo ng shift solve sa CalQ. Paano ginagawa yun? I-input mo lang to ng buo as it is. 45 and then alpha equals 57 E raised to negative K which is stored in A, no? Times X to represent the variable T plus 18. Ayan. And then, pindutin mo lang yung shift solve. Tatanungin ka niya, ano ang value ng A? Di ba ito yon yung nakastore sa CalQ mo? So, wag mong papalitan yan. I-equals mo lang. Tapos, tatanungin ka niya, solve for X. So, ano ang value na gusto mo ng X? Okay, so ganito yan, guys. Hindi pwedeng equals ka lang ng equals dyan. Bakit? Kasi, ang calculator mo mag-a-iterate yan. Para mabilis siyang mag-iterate, ang ilalagay mong estimate value dapat ay realistic, malapit sa katotohanan. So, hindi ka pwedeng maglagay dito ng pangit na value na ilalagay mo dyan is 10. Bakit? Kasi nga, yung temperature na to ay after 15 minutes na, di ba? So kung ang temperature niya ay 45 degrees, malamang yan ay after more than 15 minutes. So pagpalagay natin yan ay 20 or 25 minutes. Yun yung estimated value mo, no? Na realistic. Saka mo i-press yung equal sign. So magsosolve siya ngayon. Ito yung sagot, 36.7. So nakuha natin yung time ngayon, no? That time will happen after 36.7 minutes. Okay? So anong oras yun? Di itong 8:15, dagdagan mo lang ng 36.7 minutes. So anong oras yun? Diba? So mga ano yan, 8:51. Dahil ito ay 0.7, mga approximately i-round off na natin, no? 8:51.7, so mga at around 8:52 p.m., yung temperature ng kape ay magiging 45 degrees na. Ayan, no? So, medyo matagal-tagal pa yun, kaya pwedeng magkwentuhan muna kami, no? After all, dalawa lang naman kami sa Starbucks. Sarap! Ayan, nakakamiss naman yung Starbucks na yan. Dati tambayan ko yan eh, no? And then, nanawa na ako mag-Starbucks, coffee bean na lang. Now, let us solve another problem. Okay, so this time, from the coffee shop, punta naman tayo sa bar. A bottle of Red Horse beer was served freezing cold. No? So, yan yung tinatawag natin na BBZ. Ano ba yung BBZ? Beer below zero. No? Freezing cold. Yan, negative 4 degrees yung temperature ng beer nung iserve siya. Fresh from the freezer. Now, after 10 minutes, its temperature increased. Siyempre, habang tumatagal, yung temperature ng beer ay mag-i-increase. Bakit? Kasi yung hangin na nakapalibot sa kanya ay mas mataas ang temperatura. So, kung kanina lumalamig, ngayon yung object umiinit naman. Di ba? Okay, but still, we can apply Newton's law of cooling because it's also applicable for warming objects. Yan, after 10 minutes daw, ang temperature ay nag-increase, no? Naging 6 degrees na siya. From negative 4 degrees, 6 degrees Celsius na ang temperature niya. Now, the ambient temperature of that bar is 25 degrees. Typical sa Pinas, no? 25 degrees. Ano daw ang temperature ng beer after another 10 minutes? O, di ba? So guys, ito na yung beer ng Red Horse. O, di ba? Yan yung BBZ or beer below zero na alam kong nami-miss nyo na rin. So, sana pagdating ng January, pwede na tayong magkita-kita. So, pwede na tayong mag-hangout together and drink some bottles of beer. Napakasarap, lalo na kung napakalamig. Ano na lang ang kulang dyan? Siyempre, habang tumatagal, yan ay iinit, no? At pag yan ay medyo mainit na, hindi na siya masarap inumin. Kaya kailangan mo ng bucket of ice. So, ayan, kinumpleto ko na. Sino na lang ang kulang? Ikaw na lang, no? Para may kasama ko mag-inom tonight. Charot! So, sige na nga, mag-solve tayo ng problem. Ano dito yung T-nut? Initially, ang temperature niya daw ay negative 4 degrees. Diba? And then, after 10 minutes, so that is T sub 10. Ang temperature niya na ay 6 degrees. Ito yun. Ang ambient temperature TS ay 25 degrees. Unlike the previous problem, dito, ang object, tumataas ang temperatura. So, tingnan natin kung anong magbabago. Ano ba yung equation, di ba? Yan ay T is equal to TO minus TS times E raised to negative KT plus TS. Sir, bakit may negative pa rin? Kung may negative pa rin yan, okay lang yun. Bakit po? Kasi mag-a-adjust na lang yung K na makukuha natin. So, dito ilagay natin T is equal to TO. This is TO minus this. So, here we have negative 29E raised to negative K times T plus TS which is 25. Ayan. So, this is now the temperature function. Ilagay mo dito yung value nung T, malalaman natin yung temperature nung Red Horse at any given time. But we don't know yet the value of K. And to solve for that K, gamitin natin yung given na after 10 minutes, ang temperature ay 6. So, gawin ko dito, 6 is equal to negative 29E raised to negative K times yung T, palitan natin ngayon ng 10 plus 25. So, 6 minus 25, that's negative 19. Diba? So, yung negative 19, magiging equal sa negative 29 So, negative, negative, positive. So, makakancel na lang yung negative sign na yan. So, we have 19 over 29. So, solve na natin yan sa calcu. So, dito, ln of. So, here, we will get 19 over 29. 19 over 29 divided by negative 10 equals. So, this is now the value of K. Nai-store natin sa calculator, shift, store A. So, kung napansin nyo guys, may negative sign dito. No? Pero kapag tinanggal natin yung negative sign dito, kasi nga, ang object ay umiinit, yung makukuha mong K, magkakataong negative yan. So, doon magkakaroon ng adjustment. Now, ano daw ang temperature after another 10 minutes? So, kung another 10 minutes yan, edi, ang hinahanap ay T20 na, T sub 20. Kasi kanina after 10 minutes and then after another 10 minutes. So, T sub 20. So, kopyahin lang natin to. So, T equals negative 29E raised to negative K na alam na natin yung value. And then, T plus 25. So, yung T dito, pwede ko na siyang palitan ng 20. Kasi after 20 minutes daw. So, pindutin na natin yan sa calculator. Negative 29 E raised to negative 20 times yung K na nakastore sa A and then plus 25 and then equal sign. Ayan. So, ang temperatura niya ay 12.55 degrees. Okay. 12.55 degrees Celsius. Kung sa tingin mo medyo mainit-init na yan at hindi na masarap, ang gawin mo lang, kuha ka ng baso, yung Red Horse, lagyan mo ng yelo para solve na tayo. Di ba? Okay. So, usually kapag nasa bar tayo, di ba, habang tumatagal yung yelo ay natutunaw. Yung yelo sa bucket. No? Tapos, kapag natunaw na yung yelo, yung tropa mo, ang gagawin niya, kukunin niya yung bucket, tapos itatapon niya ngayon yung tubig. Bakit? Kasi daw natutunaw lalo yung yelo. Actually, mali iyon. No? Pag tinanggal mo, or itinapon mo yung tubig na nandun sa bucket, lalong mas mabilis matutunaw yung yelo. Bakit? Kasi po, imagine, ano ang sabi ng Newton's law of cooling? The rate of change in the temperature is proportional to the temperature difference between the object and its surroundings. Kapag ka yung yelo ay natunaw, siyempre yung tubig na nakapalibot sa kanya ay malamig. So yung temperature na malamig ng tubig at yung temperature ng yelo hindi masyadong nagkakalayo kasi parehas silang malamig. So maliit yung temperature difference. Now kapag tinanggal mo yung tubig, edi siyempre mawawala ang tubig, ang matitira lang ulit sa loob is yung yelo. At ang yelo ay napapalibutan na ng hangin or air na alam naman natin na mas mainit. So kung hangin ang nakapalibot directly sa yelo, no, yung temperature difference ng hangin at ng object, which is yung yelo, mas malaki. So kung mas malaki yung temperature difference, then mas mabilis magbabago yung temperature according to Newton's law of cooling. Di ba? So kahit nasa inuman tayo guys, pwede nating i-apply ang differential equations. Next time na nag-iinom ka at may yelo, no, na nakalagay sa bucket at natunaw na yung yelo, yan ay napalibutan na ng tubig. Hayaan mo lang na nandun ang tubig. Huwag mong itatapon. No? Bakit? Kasi pag itinapon mo yung tubig na malamig, mas mabilis matutunaw ang yelo. Okay? Pag itinapon ng tropa mo, lecturean mo siya. Sabihin mo sa tropa mo, according to Newton's law of cooling. Tapos ang reply niya sa'yo, pre, hinay lang, lasing ka lang. Kung ano-ano na sinasabi mo, nalasing ka lang, kung ano-ano na sinasabi mo eh. Anong reply doon? Sabihin mo, hindi ako lasing. Bobo ka lang talaga. Burn. Okay. So, wag mo sabihin bobo siya. May magsuntukan kayo doon. Okay? But still, gusto ko lang ituro sa inyo na kahit nga sa inuman, no? Pwede nating i-apply ang Newton's law of cooling. Okay? So, I think that would be enough for this topic kasi madali lang naman ito. So, if you like this video and you think you learned from it, okay, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! See you again in my next video.